this kind of glow up happens when you start letting go of resistance, when you start getting yourself in like a nourishing space, when you
This is
start,
internal resistance, you mean? When you let go of internal resistance or even
yeah,
external?
no, internal, which leads
Okay.
to external as well. For example, if you have a massive resistance that I'm seeing everywhere is the resistance with what is. So, for example,
Okay.
people will be like, I will give you an example because it's a little bit hard to get. I'm so frustrated at this, but I'm too spiritual to be frustrated. Why am I frustrated? I need
I've
to
heard
go
that.
and read positive affirmations. I don't want to be
Yeah. I
frustrated.
get what you're saying
So
now. Yeah.
that's massive resistance with where you're standing. And it leads to bypassing and toxic positivity and just, looking the other way, distraction, addiction. Addiction can be
Okay.
anything that distracts you, anything, substances and behaviors. So if instead you're willing to meet yourself where you are and you just say, wow,
Hmm.
I'm so frustrated. Wow. Where do I feel that in my body? Where, and you just allow that feeling to flow through you because in emotion, everything in emotion is it's energy in motion. So an emotion wants to flow. And if you ignore it, it grows. If you like try to push it down, it will grow and take impact, take momentum. But what an emotion really wants is to be felt. So I always say, if
That
you
was
let
good.
go,
That
yeah,
was, I'm sorry, that was really good. An emotion wants to be felt. A lot of
yes,
people don't know what you just mentioned. A number of people ignore it, push it aside, do a number of things. But you're saying a person has to literally try to see what they're feeling and
yes,
acknowledge it.
yes. And,
And
and and it's difficult. It's so simple, but it's not easy. Because there has been a time in that person's life where they
mhm,
felt that, maybe perhaps as a 5-year-old kid, and they felt, let's say, they were ridiculed because they tried something new and it didn't work out the
okay,
first try,
all
and
right.
they were laughed at. So,
Mhm,
somewhere in their little heart, they decided, I am never going to be made ridicule again. Never am I going
mhm,
to be shamed in that way because it hurts so much. A little 5-year-old, all he wants is like recognition, applause, be loved and cherished for what he is in that moment. So if that kind of a hurt happens, then you have recorded in your system somewhere, I am going to do everything I can to never ever feel that pain again. So what happens is you build up walls and you start
mm.
behaving in a manner that makes it impossible for you to be ridiculed. But what happens? You lose your creativity. You lose your
Become a whole nother person.
femininity. What,
Okay.
sorry?
You become a whole nother person then
Completely, because you built that whole persona around I am
to not
never
being hurt.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm never ever going to be hurt in that way again. So you keep yourself small. You don't sign up for adventures. You don't try anything new. You stay
Mhm.
in your comfort zone. And, that's a possible scenario. But just imagine the impact, the destructive impact on your life.